a reach block, all right, used for one-on-one blocks on the play side of the stretch play. All right, footwork is drive, catch, crotch. And when we get into the drill tape, I'll go more in depth about that, but that drive portion of the footwork is not an actual visible step. That is a pre-snap mental load of that inside step. It's a feeling of I've loaded that leg and I'm driving off that leg. So it's never going to be a true visual step. All right. From there, that catch is going to be the first visible step. And that first step is going to aim at the aiming point of the defender. All right. So we're never going to set parameters of, oh, it's a 6-inch step. It's this. We're going to open that step to allow us to attack the aiming point. From there, backside steps going to the crotch. We're looking to split the defender in half. Play side of the play, we never necessarily want to cross over. Backside, we'll tell our guys you can to win, but that's another topic for another day. The only person that has the green light to cross over on the play side of stretch for us is the center. So we always emphasize that crotch so we're not overrunning the defender and just running sideways. From there, we're talking about eyes here with the aiming point. All right, we'll go aiming point is the play side breast to armpit. All right, we never want to get caught behind the block. We always want to be pressing the aiming point with the play side hand. All right, now we're talking hand placement. Eyes are at the aiming point, hand placement. Play side hand is in the armpit, backside hand's lifting up through the sternum. All right, the reason we teach the lift through the sternum is so that the defender is not always lagging or backdooring us. We're trying to lift the defender out and up so that we're creating a natural lift and an actual movement on the defenders and not just lunging forward at them, okay? So let's get into it here. We'll talk some of our progression. A lot of what we do with footwork, we will start from the ground up, right? So right here, we're doing our lunge get-offs for our reach footwork. We are emphasizing, again, the load on the inside leg. And once they catch, that foot should aim, all right, directly at the aiming point of the defender that they're going to block. I love, all right, the play side width that the right tackle is getting in this picture. All right, the right guard's doing a good job of getting out of there, but he's not necessarily gaining much play side, slightly stepping underneath of himself, okay? Here's another look at it at the center position. Like we said, the center is the one guy play side that's given the green light to cross over, which you see him doing here in this picture. That being said, one of the things that we look at here for this lunge get off is making sure that we're not leaking any power or energy off of that backside ankle. Right here, you see his left foot slide a little bit. Ideally, that entire shoe or cleat is in the ground and not sliding out from underneath of them, all right? So here you go, just watching the rest of the progression with our left tackle and left guard. Same thing, loading that stance and being violently, all right, or be violent to that aiming point and just attacking that aiming point. From there, the next progression, still working off of a lunge, but now we're giving them a bag, all right, to start practicing their fit and their aiming point, okay? Another look at it, same idea, guys. We want to drive off of that inside leg and make sure we're gaining something play side. Our ultimate goal with all of these reach blocks is to not have a false step. All right, so right here again with the stick that we have on the ground, we're just giving our guys a ground cue, a self-correction tool so they can actually see and visualize what they're doing with that play side foot. I love that we're getting something play side here with the center. Ideally, that entire foot's in the ground and we're not losing any power. Right here, he catches a little bit on the toes. All right, from there, we've progressed our guys into a stance. All right, we're fitting bags before we get into actual defenders, all right? One of my favorite things that we do as far as our progression is going to be this pre-fit position. All right, if you notice, we've got eyes attacking the aiming point, hands fit at the aiming point, that backside hand lifting up through the sternum. We're looking to just slow down the teaching of the reach block. All right, so we've got them in this fit position and we're just emphasizing driving that backside knee through the crotch with a out and upward lift of the defender. The biggest thing here is to not cross over and just laterally run. In this picture, the center is doing a great job of just keeping that half-man relation, lifting up through the sternum on the backside. From there, once we've gone from the ground to a bag to a fit, we're actually looking to execute the full block. Again, Common thing for us guys, you're always gonna see stick, just giving those guys an idea of, am I stepping correctly? Am I short selling the step? Am I stepping underneath myself? All right. Great job here. All right. By the right guard and right tackle, both of them are stepping play side, aiming at their aiming points. And then from there, all right, they're fighting to get hat placement back play side. Don't love the hat placement of the right guard. I do think it can be better. Here we go on the left side. All right. Again, the left guard, don't love that he's up on the toe. Ideally, like the left tackle, his whole foot would be in the ground, but they are pressing backside knee through crotch. Eyes are pressing aiming point. We're looking to lift the defender out and up. All right, another picture of it right here. All right, guys, I love putting some clips on tape that we can teach off of. Ideally, the left tackle here is not crossing over. All right, you notice he crosses over. He's allowing that defender to lag back in the gap, which for us and how we get into the scheme of stretch would cause a lot of problems for the running back read.